Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 90 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and we've got a great show ahead. And in the second half, we're going to have a little PSA about voting.
Getting out and voting, yeah, absolutely.
Most democratic thing you can do right now, there is,
That's
I
right.
guess.
So congratulations on show number 90.
Can you believe it? 90? That is amazing. Who would have thought that?
90 plus weeks of doing this.
Yeah, it's funny because when we actually first came in to talk to Melissa about this, we thought that we were actually being approached to come on a show and appear. And about, 10 minutes into it, we realized they're not pitching us an invite. They're actually asking us to start our own show. Right. And this is one of the very first times that you and I actually made a decision right there.
Yeah.
Didn't have to circle back, said this was a go for us.
Yep.
So it's been great. We've had I think we've had, who was the very first one? Ceci or Penelope was before that, then Ceci, and now we've got Zach helping us with the show in the back end. So thank you guys so much for helping make this possible.
Thanks to all of you. Thank you, Zach.
We appreciate it. What happened this weekend?
Well, I mean, it was really kind of a slow weekend around my house. I think we, kind of heeded a lot of the recommendations of sticking in and staying close to home and not getting too far out. We did go have what I thought was like a very super safe open house this weekend.
We did a great job. It was the one that we have on Ravnia that we just brought on. And when we were sitting here in the show talking about what we're going to open with, Ziggy, the producer here, was like, you know what, that kind of ties back into your second segment last week. And I agree with him. We were talking about how things have changed, the 10 things that we noticed that have changed in real estate, and this is one of the big ones. How do you make an open house and how do you make it safe? And you and I worked it where you were in front and kind of a staging, and then
I was the bouncer.
You were the bouncer. He was the muscle.
I was standing there with the red velvet rope, letting people in.
There you go. And then it was just one in, and it was a walkthrough and explanation of the highlights. And then we let people go all the way out. And this home was a really great setup, and you'll see here later, as it's the first house we're going to show you, is that people were able to leave out the master. And as they got towards the end of the show, the next people would come in. And so we kept this perfect flow happening.
Yeah.
And then we actually had people that wanted to see the house so much that they went and got back in line so they could come back through. But it was really great.
Yeah.
The overall vibe was awesome, except for...
There was the one woman who didn't really want to wear a mask, and so...
She had a comment, she was like, they're even making buying a house hard. I was like, oh. If you think this is the hard part, just wait.
Really.
Anyway, she wasn't through, but it was a great weekend. And it kind of got us down the road of thinking about what we were going to put together. And so we put together 3 really great houses. The first one we're going to talk about is the one that's in the Oak Cliff, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And this is in Keystwood Estates. It's technically a subdivision called Curry. To give you just a little background on the neighborhood itself, the Curry family was the one that developed this specific segment of the neighborhood, and so that's why many of these lots bear their name in the subdivision. The Velma Curry was married to a man named James Curry, and they had this home custom built for themselves in 1961. And they lived there until about he passed away during their ownership, but she lived there until it would have been 20 years ago, so 2000-ish, when the current owner bought it. And according to him, his agent at the time really didn't even want to take him into the home because it was so dark and so dingy and so filled with smoke. And I mean, it had 20 years of nicotine that they had to scrape off the floor and walls.
But it's a great area. It's one of the things that we love about Oak Cliff is the topography that these neighborhoods have, and this is one of those. It's 3246 South Ravnia Drive, and what a great area.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones when you get onto the property, you don't actually realize that you're in Dallas, because Ravnia and Gladiola are known as being the lots down here in this portion that have the most amazing lots. And
Yeah.
this is even more incredible because it's a double lot.
Yeah, and it's very close to Keast Park. You know, a lot of people get this far south and they go, "Oh, where am I going to go grocery shopping?" And there are really a couple of good places. There's one just up the way on Hampton Road at 12th Street that is a really nice Tom Thumb. They've got a grocery store, they've got a florist, they've got a Starbucks. And then if you go farther south from there, if you want to get down close to 67, and I think it's over at Westmoreland, if I'm not mistaken, there's a big Costco there.
Right.
And so, you know, you've got the big box retailer that's very convenient to you. You've got the smaller grocery stores. You've got Keast Park there, the Oak Cliff Nature Preserve, the Pecan Grove Park, and there are lots of little bitty trails and things for you to do in this part of town.
Yeah, and again, I can't emphasize enough that when you get on this property, it does not feel like you're in Dallas. And one of the trends that we've been noticing is that more and more people who are looking at buying homes right now that have a home to sell are looking for something that has just a little extra space. And because this is 1.4 acres, this checked off a lot of boxes. One of the things that you were able to do is while you were outside is visiting with people and finding out where they came from. And we had people from Allen and from Lake Highlands coming just because of what this house had to offer, and everyone knows it's such a gem.
Yeah, there were people from all over the Metroplex that were drawn to this, and I think primarily it's a spectacular home, but I think, you know, 1.4 acres, finding that in the city of Dallas is almost impossible anymore.
It is. And so without further ado, let's get in there and look at these pictures.
Yeah,
I don't think that we've talked about it yet, but this is a mid-century modern, and we actually had twilight photos taken of this home. And again, this house was picked up kind of in a Grey Gardens condition, but so much has happened, and just amazing breezeway bricks right here.
Yeah, and this is the little front porch with the seating area, and it's got roof lighting or eave lighting that makes it really, really light up at night. This is the entryway, and as you can tell, this owner has put so much time and effort into restoring this to what its previous glory was. The flooring that you see there is, it looks like terrazzo, but it is actually the original vinyl flooring that came with the house. And the owner had it scrubbed down and shined back up, and it's just spectacular.
And they've done such a good job of keeping the actual integrity of this. And on this side, this is actually the way that when in the open house, we were able to point out that down this fence line was where that you would see the end of the double lot. And this is just an amazing view that you can see of this manicured, detailed yard that over the last 20 years, he has really poured his heart and soul into.
Yeah, and the kitchen is magnificent. It's got granite countertops in it. Almost all of the appliances were replaced a few years ago. It's got 3 ovens in it. One is the traditional gas oven that you see there with the gas broiler, but he's also got the 2 convection ovens, which just make it a breeze.
In the next couple of images, we're going to see the bedrooms and bathrooms that have been renovated, but he's also gone through and replaced windows, HVAC, electrical, and so he's done things to this home to bring it into the 21st century with creature comforts that we all really want. He was also in the master bathroom, which is going to be our next bedroom, which is the next one. The ceiling's vault, and so we get that architectural detail with that center beam, and this master bedroom actually opens up to a private side and to the public side.
Double sink vanity in the master. You could tell it's got the tile backsplash, and here is an amazing, amazing view of the lot.
So this starts the manicured, and this is the private side, which is the master right there with the little fence. So you've got this little tucked away area that could really be developed into something that you'd like. But he brought in 58 tons of cement and created this down walkway in the topography that we love to what we call the retreat. And it's this enormous flagstone patio with almost a 22-foot metal roofed pergola.
And as you can tell, he created this environment with these really big cinder blocks in the back to help make sure that the integrity was going to remain. It has outdoor fireplace. It looks off into the woods. And this is where you just lose yourself in thinking you're still in Dallas.
So in the comments below, you're going to notice that we're going to put a link to the video. And the video is about a 2-minute video, drone footage, which is really incredible, that kind of meanders through and pulls back and lets you take in what this place really is, because it is actually 3246 South Ravnia Drive. And we do not have the right card up for that.
Yeah, sorry.
Oops, that's the wrong
It's
stuff.
the right card. It's just the wrong info. It's priced at $649,000. It's a little over 2,000 square feet, and that brings it in about $321 a square foot, which you're looking at the dollar per square foot on the house calculates a little high, but you also have to factor in you've got 1.4 acres of land in this as well. So,
And it's only, the next owner will only be the third owner on this one.
that is correct. Yep.
So
Amazing home. Amazing home.
if you'd like to know more information about this, let us know, and we'd be happy to schedule a private showing for you.
Yep.
So now we're going to move a little further north. Let's head into North Dallas, basically Northwest Dallas, and this is going to be 10768 Bushire Drive, and this is a great neighborhood. We were driving around the other day, and it's, again, one of those mature neighborhoods, lots of winding streets, and I was really surprised. In this area where there was so much damage to the trees, this is one of the canopies that has been left untouched.
It's a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood, conveniently located right off of Royal Lane between Midway and Inwood. You've got really good shopping that's not very far from there. You've got a lot of the shopping still over at Preston Royal on the north side of Royal. Still some really good restaurants there. Preston Forest has Whole Foods in it. All kinds of places to eat there, both fine dining and casual dining. And then you've got great access to the Dallas North Tollway off of Royal Lane.
And you've heard us talk about it before, but we're going to say it again. The trail up here is amazing. I think Jeff was on a 15-mile bike ride.
Again this morning.
Good for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Good for you. Soon I will be also riding on that. But this home, let's go ahead and jump in. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2 living areas, and it is 2,498 square feet.
And it's a beautiful, spectacular A-frame mid-century modern that has been beautifully redone. You can see it's got really great use of the stone, brick, wood texture as you walk up to it. The stacked stone on this one is really phenomenal.
Yep, and the way that they've opened the windows up on this one allow for an amazing amount of filtered sunlight in, so it's not that direct west sun, and it's got the right color balance inside of this house. I get the feeling that I think that the homeowner was an artist just because of the way the color palette is and because of the way the lighting is such an instrument in this house.
Yeah, and this scale backsplash here is just really, really cool. It goes really well with the way the bar area is set up. Full-size washer and dryer or laundry room that's right there off of the kitchen. And here is an amazing view of the kitchen itself. The floors just really warm this room up. White countertops, white cabinetry, stainless steel appliances. It's got the big single door refrigerator that I think is just amazing.
Right.
Still bar seating there, which just makes it super, just friendly.
And as an open floor plan, a lot of times these homes can get lost where it doesn't quite make sense and it feels like they're floating, but this one actually has the ability to tuck itself around. The great thing also about secondary bedrooms is that their size. They were spacious, but not to the point where you feel like you were wasted. These are towards the front of the house, as you can see right here. And again, they've kept a very simple palette. Windows have been done, and the can lights throughout. It's an easy move-in home, and I think that's what so many people want right now, is it's just not quite in the cards to have to do a lot of work to these homes.
Yeah, it's really, that is, I'll talk about that in a minute, but yes, it's true. And the wood floors carried here into the master bedroom, and you can see that this has the big triple door or the big triple window with access to the pool there. And then here's the master bath with the double sink vanity, shaving height, and all of that opens to this spectacular backyard.
Yep, and I don't know that we said it in the beginning, but this is 0.4 of an acre, and one of the things about this 0.4 of an acre is that it's private. So right now you currently don't have windows that are actually looking in, and they've done a really good job of landscaping a hedge right there to create a boundary and a deadener between you and the equipment. And then you can see here that it's not just all pool and it's not just all hardscape, but we do have space for the jungle gym.
So 10768 Bushire Drive, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage, 2,498 square feet, priced at $939, and that brings it in about $375 a square foot.
And we want to say thank you so much to Amy Schreiner for letting us highlight your home. It is amazing, and it was a great tour.
It really was.
So
Thank you, Amy.
we're gonna stay in the same area, but move just a little further south, more to Devonshire. And this is a really great home. This one came on the market immediately. I thought this needs to be on the show because, again, this is one of those homes that you can see that it was done tastefully and it was done in a way that we're not always seeing homes done today. And I think that it's really great that we get to see the diversity of these homes.
Yeah, this neighborhood is really a heavily sought-after neighborhood, very conveniently located in Wood Village, the Dallas North Tollway. You can get over to Interstate 35 very easily. Love Field is just a few minutes away. Still lots of little pocket parks around there, lots of good outdoor space with good hiking and biking trail access. It's just really a wonderful neighborhood.
And it's funny because Eatsy's is right around the corner from here. And the other day I realized that I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner from Eatsy's. So who needs a kitchen when you've got Eatsy's right there?
It does happen. It does happen.
So
Anyway, really cool house. Let's jump into the pictures. You can see the drive up on this one is just amazing, and 2-story home. This was actually a single story that they added on to and did a fantastic job with the pop-up.
Yep, and this is 5737 West Hanover Drive. Just want to make sure that we got that out there. This is a great traditional home with the stone on the front. The way that they've added the detailing that you can see at the eaves is amazing. Here, as we enter into the home, this is the formal dining, and this is a very subtle, classic color palette that was used throughout the house. And I really loved, and I could tell that it was someone had hired the right person to get this done because it was seamless throughout. And I have to stress that enough because so many times you get into a house and it feels like it was hodgepodge together. This is one of those houses that from front door to the pool, it is amazing.
And this is it kind of transitions from that great little defined dining room into this big open kitchen area that opens up there to the secondary dining room and to a living area. So you've got kind of this really good combination of what people used to like in terms of having those closed off rooms, but then you step back into this and you're also accommodating that group of people that love the big open air rooms.
And this is one of those houses that just has that strong family vibe. So it feels like a great place where everyone's going to want to hang out, where people are probably going to migrate to this house just because it works so well for so many different areas, and for it just not to be in that crowded where you just feel like you can't enjoy it. Vaulted ceilings, a lot of detail was paid into the one in the kitchen and in the one in here. And as you just look back from here, you can see that we're going to venture in. There's another little bit of space that's just on the other side of that pony wall where the couch backs up to. And it gives a really great opening into a room that could catch for additional kid space, an open art space, and then you view out into this amazing covered patio that I loved.
Yeah, I do too. And these are accordion doors that open there, so you've got this big wide open expanse when you want it.
Master down is a really great thing, and you can see they continued that detailing on the wall and thinking a little bit forward and putting those sconces on the wall. And we were not disappointed when we walked into this master bathroom. Again, we're seeing the classic materials that are used, classic colors, and the way that they're fit and finished. This steam shower is one of those things that when it's done and done right, it is such a value add, and they got it right on.
And this is one of the ancillary bedrooms on it with the wood floors. Here's another one of them. You can tell that they are both very, very large bedrooms. And this one has the bathroom en suite. And here is another bedroom on the 3rd floor that, again, is really great size. It's got some really nice built-ins everywhere. And this is the room they use as an office.
Yep. And just for clarification, it's actually on the 2nd floor, not the 3rd floor. But it would be amazing if it was a 3rd floor.
Did I say 3rd floor?
You said 3rd floor.
Sorry.
We just want to make sure. So these accordion doors that open up into this amazing, again, outdoor space that gives you dining, seating, and fireplace.
And this is screened in.
I know. Love
so that part is amazing to me.
So this thing, I don't know if we're going to get the picture of this, but one of the items that we love about this is that it's going to have the K-grader. There it is. And then it also has a fenced-in little grill or a screened-in grill that also opens up into the house, goes through the utility room and to the half bath.
And here is the amazing pool and hot tub. And it is landscaped beautifully. It is laid out perfectly. You've got living space that is umbrellaed. You can be sunned. You also have outdoor cooking, and it's just fantastic outdoor space.
Yep, and it also had a porte-cochere. I don't know if we were able to see that in the beginning, but it was, oh, there it is, a little porte-cochere. So if you need a 6-bedroom, 4 full and 1 half bath, 2-car garage, and a carport, this is built in 1946 and recently redone, 3,030 51 square feet, 1.35 million, brings you in at 402 a foot. And we want to say thank you so much to Garrett Holloway for letting us feature that home. It was amazing.
It was. Thank you, Garrett. So that's all of our homes today. I thought that was a good cross-section of houses.
I thought it was great. I love it when we get really strong homes, but we've been really good at picking the homes. I think they've come out really well. We hope you've enjoyed them as well.
Yeah, and if there are other homes or other neighborhoods or whatever you would like to see, please let us know. Just put it down in the comments. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and we will be right back. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. And welcome back to the second segment of episode 90.
Woohoo! Love it. So this week we always try to talk about, well, let me rephrase. We always try to talk about something about housing. And so this week we may deviate just a little bit, but we think it's really important talking about voting because it is time to early vote.
Believe it or not, it's already here, and it kind of snuck up on us this time, me anyway.
It was funny because I said something. I said, hey, we got to go early vote. And he was like, what are we early voting? I was like, it's here. We got to get out there. So we actually went out and voted today.
Yep.
We went to
Grawweiler.
And it was really great because it was quick. If you haven't been in early voting, the Grawweiler, super easy place, pull up. They've done a really great thing of marking it where it's 6 feet apart, makes it super simple. And then there's someone there to greet you, and they actually temp you before you come in. So this was really great. Large hand sanitizer was right there, and they are set up with plexiglass in front of them. We did not wait and simply stepped in, and very simple. So we wanted to kind of go over some things to make it easier for you to get out there. And if you'll watch in the comments below, we're going to be posting links to the stuff that we're talking about so that you can click on it and be able to follow and be able to get out there and do your democratic thing and vote.
That's right.
All right. So Jeff, if you're going there, what do you got to bring? This is important.
So you have to bring ID of some type, driver's license, your concealed handgun carry permit, your passport, military ID, really any form of valid government ID is, it couldn't have expired.
And it needs to have a photo.
And it needs to have a photo. Pretty much any of that. And then but you could also have your voter registration card.
Right.
And that without a photo is still considered to be a valid form of voting.
And that is really key. You get in there, you get that done. The great thing about early voting is that you don't have to vote in your precinct. So I'm not a Growlinger, so I would have to go. I'm not going to say it. Don't. You could tell I said that so fast because I was going to mess it up.
So there are 44 Dallas County early voting locations that you can go to, and we've got a link in the comments below of where you can click on. And the cool thing is, you can stop at any one of those.
That's right.
And it is a matter of showing your ID. I always vote with my driver's license, and that, it just makes it easy for them. They scan the little barcode on the back, and they instantly pull me up.
And the link that we're going to post right now will also allow you to take and look at the ballot and be able to pull the ballot ahead of schedule. And this is going to be a really simple one. There's not that many people that are on it, so it doesn't take a long time to do the research. But one of the things that Jeff and I have realized is that there are different interests, and those different groups are going to say which one to vote for. So for you and I, we typically want to see who Metrotex has endorsed, because that's going to be all about
Real estate oriented issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we're going to put a link on here that'll actually be for Metrotex, and it'll tell you the ones that they're electing. But there's also several others.
Yeah, there are, depending upon what your interests are, and it doesn't have to follow party lines necessarily.
Right.
It could be, social issues or environment issues, and there are a lot of organizations out there that you can go look at their recommended candidates. I've always kind of had the feeling that when you come to a race that you don't know who the two candidates are, don't just vote for one because you like their name, because it's a 50% chance you're going to be electing somebody that might not do a good job there. But it doesn't take long to do that much research and find out how most people align with what your interests are.
And so one of the other ones that we thought would be a really great one to post out there would be KERA, because we feel like they may be more in the middle and really give people, hopefully, a very unbiased representation of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then there's always the Dallas Morning News.
Yeah, the Dallas Morning News always does a really good job of, I think, of writing about the candidates. They usually interview every candidate for certain levels of races and above. But they do take the time to write about even the candidates they're not endorsing. They usually write why they don't feel that candidate is the candidate, or they, many times they have trouble figuring out, they're both really good candidates and they have trouble figuring out which one. And you do get to see, why they struggled with that
Decision.
Yeah.
I think that it was years ago when I was a baby realtor, and Metrotex used to do mayoral candidate interviews for the Government Affairs Committee. And so we went, and I wrote a little blog piece on it. And it's very interesting because I felt like at that point, because Metrotex doesn't try to get confrontational and try to like trick them up with questions and whatnot. It's just like very matter of fact, let's kind of weed through what your take is. And so to me, because it was like a closed room, more of an office scenario, an auditorium, it didn't get pomp and circumstance. It was just candidates answering the question, which was really great. And I think that was really important, just to get to know who they were versus who they want you to think they are on TV. So if you get the opportunity, and I know it's probably not so common right now, but go see the candidates, listen to them speak. I know we've heard several of others, and it makes a big difference and can make an impact.
Absolutely. So go out and exercise your constitutional right to vote.
I know it.
Best thing you can do in the next 10 days.
That's right. And get your little sticker. Take a picture, post it on social media. Try to get other people to get out there and vote. And if it's possible, take someone with you.
Yeah.
I think that this is one of those years that we all should get out there and really flex our muscles and vote.
I agree. I totally agree. So thanks for joining us today. I hope that you found our PSA useful. It was, but we want to encourage you to do the right thing. And so thank you very much for your time today, and join us next week.
And remember, we want to be your realtors for life.